Start பண்ணிடலாம். Let me go with this formal introduction. Am I audible? Prasanna, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, okay. A very good afternoon to everyone gathered here for this seminar on driving sustainability, new frontiers into waste to value solution. It's been a given immense pleasure to welcome you all this for this seminar on behalf of Sri Shanmuga College of Engineering and Technology and Department of Agriculture Engineering. I extend a warm and cordial welcome to our today's chief guest, Mr. K. Prasanna Kumar, Senior Research Fellow, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. So, then respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, and my dear students, the today seminar is focusing on one of the most pressing challenges of our time, how to transform waste into valuable resources and move towards a truly sustainable future. As the world faces mounting environment concern and resource scarcity, innovative, waste to value approaches are now become very essential. These solutions are not only help in minimizing waste, but also it creates a new opportunity for the economic growth, technological advancement, and social well-being through today's discussions and presentations. We hope you guys can explore in this platform because this seminar will provide a great platform to know how the waste into waste products, exchanging their ideas, inspiring new directions in waste management and circular economy. So for this, we invited the resource persons, Dr. K. Prasanna Kumar, Senior Research Fellow, Indian Institute of New Delhi. And let me introduce our today's guest for this seminar. And I'm just going to give us a short brief about the today's guest. Is pursuing his doctoral research at the Center of Rural Development and Technology at IIT Delhi. His research focuses on sustainable feed technologies and variations of agriculture residues. He was awarded the Birac Social Innovation Fellowship for his work on rural technology translations. His doctoral work explores an area on health waste utilization for eco-friendly animal feed pellets. He applies in vitro gas production techniques to study the feed digestibility and methane reduction. He presented his research at the 22nd World Congress of Fruit Science and Technology in Italy. He also has presented various journals and international and national conferences on the titles of food chemistry and functional ingredients. And he works integrates pellet rigidity and pellet resilience index to improve his feed performance. And also he contributes more on the research aspect in climate resilience, livestock systems, and aligned with UN United Nations sustainable development goals. And he is very passionate about sustainable agriculture and rural livelihood creations. With this short note, I'm just welcoming our today's guest, Prasanna Kumar, to take over the platform to share more insights about the today's topic. I welcome you, Prasanna Kumar.
Yeah, thank you for your wonderful introduction and all. Without delay, I will share my screen, so it will be very
Yeah,
helpful for students.
yeah, sure.
I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, and of present here. Actually, myself, Prasanna Kumaran, you get already know about the introduction from Professor Mogan. So we just talk about, we directly start with the thing called what topic like driving sustainability in like waste to value solutions. We everyone know about sustainability now is a trending term. Like sustainability, if you go for medicine, if you go for anything, everywhere, even food, waste, everywhere, if you go, the sustainability is the term. It's like like term always there. So you need to just know about what is sustainability, why the name is everywhere. And we will start with a simple introduction of kind of thing what is waste, because everyone know about what is waste and all, but there is a proper definition is there why we called it waste. Especially the waste is an any substance which is discarded after primary use. Like for example your phone and all, after you use it for 5 years, for Android 5 years 6 years, then it considered as a waste. Okay, even for a food items also, after you consumed remaining things we consider as a waste. So it's kind of unwanted material and unusable materials. In the research term, we don't call waste as a waste. We called underutilized resource, or this kind of terms we'll use always, misplaced resource. Like that we will tell. We don't call about waste is a waste. This is the basic definition of what is mean by waste. And you want to know about what are the types of waste we have. For example, in commonly we mostly considered into two types, like industrial waste and domestic waste. But in domestic waste also we have a lot of things. First one is called industrial waste, agriculture waste, as well
Prasanna, I think the screen is sharing, but we couldn't able to see any slides or content which you're going to do.
just a minute. Now it's visible. Mohan sir, now it's visible.
I think now it is visible.
Let's move. Slides are moving, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just will go to the first slide, I think. Let me go.
Yeah. And we got about talk about the types of waste. What are the types of waste we have? Like mostly we consider industrial waste, agriculture waste, hazardous waste, and medical waste. Some of them called radioactive waste also. So first we'll talk about the sources. What are the sources we have in the waste? Especially we call residential waste like the home and all these kind of things, and also commercial waste like commercial waste like that supermarkets, these in shops will comes under commercial waste. And for institutional waste also like the colleges, schools, some research institutes all comes under institutional waste. And industrial waste, you everyone know about industrial waste. And the one more most important thing is municipal solid waste, like what our residential waste will make. Like for example, even the municipal solid waste a big issue for them because they have the dry waste, like wet waste, these kind of mixed waste. And the treatment waste facilities, like mostly we call them biomedical waste, medical waste, it will comes under treatment facilities. And agriculture waste, everyone know about the agriculture waste. Now it's a big problem, especially in Delhi also, because of this agriculture waste only is considering lot of pollution and all. And we just talk about not only the like types of waste, we need to know about how big the problem. Because now I will tell that easily. For example, if you have a one classroom and you are distributing the chocolates for some birthday and all, you are distributing the chocolate to everyone. You thought like for one chocolate cover, it's not a big thing, it's not a big waste, it's like one cover. But you just think about in the whole classroom, like 60% it will consider 60 wafers, like 60 chocolate covers is a big waste. Like for 60, if you go for a big thing called for one institute like 1,000 students, if you give chocolate for 1,000 students, just think about the amount of waste. So you need to know about how much magnitude of the problem we are facing, especially per year. Per year it increasing 1.5 percentage of waste per annum. And also you talk about the waste generation of per day per capita. Like for example, if we have a like one family, one family in the urban area, they are generating per day like 200 to 600 grams. It's like 200 to 600 grams per month. Just think about like 18 kgs of waste, just one household. Just think about like 50 households, 60 household, like think about 50 into 18 lakhs, like 15 into 18 kg is big deal. Like tons of waste we are generating annually. And also the main issue of us is collection efficiency. For example, now you are seeing the municipal peoples will come and collect the waste, but it's not efficient. There's a big problem for here. Even for crude dumping of waste. For example, if you go to Coimbatore, they we call Coimbatore, and also Chennai we call Perungudi. There's one big dumping yard is there. If you cross near to Velachery, if you cross that place, you feel lot of smell, and you say the big mountains of waste. It's not it's a waste mountain. If you have get a chance, you just visit these kind of places in Chennai, Velachery, nearby Velachery, the place called Perungudi. The Perungudi is full of waste. The dumping of waste is too much and look like a mountain. And first you need to know about what is the hierarchy of waste management options, because first of all, which is the least favored option and also the most favored option. The least favored option will be go for disposal, what you are doing regularly. Like you're just throwing the paper into the dustbin, you are just throwing the waste apple this thing in the soil. This all will comes under disposal. This is the least favored option, but mostly we will do the least favored option as a most. Like the most favored option will be prevention. You need to prevent the waste in the source itself. For example, if you are using one use plastic cups and all, better you go for that china cups, like that glass cups, china cups, like that. So it will reduce the waste in the source itself. Afterwards you go for the minimization of waste. For example, if you are not that much financially supportive, then you go for like at least what you have with you, like in home you have the silver tumblers, similar silver cups. These are the things you'll use that one. Then for extra person, you use go for the plastic cups and all. And for reuse, you need to like increase the reuse capacity of the materials. Like for example, for plastic cups, for example, for cups, for example, for plates, for example, for everything like the phone also, and the vehicles, everything you need to go for the reuse things. Then for the recycling, like for example, if you have a glass, if you recycle the glass, the efficiency of recycling of glass is 100%. And for metals, it will up to 60% recycling capacity is there. Like that, you need to recycle the things. After you go the energy recovery, like you see nowadays they have that plasma pyrolysis process. Like these things, they will generate energy from waste. Like they have a municipal solid waste, you just dump the municipal solid waste. They have a furnace, big thing. They just put the waste in the furnace. It will generate some energy in the form of heat or the form of steam. So by using this heat or steam, you'll generate electricity. So disposal is the last one. This is the least, like first you will go with the disposal. You will leastly go with the disposal, then energy recovery, then recycling, then reuse, minimization, prevention. So mostly our target will be on the prevention thing. And after the prevention, the most of people talk about zero waste philosophy, like there is no zero waste. But from my point of view, it's not possible. There is no zero waste concept at all. It's just like the waste will be in this the waste will be in the what we call, the waste will be in the system. It will not go out of the system. Like no trash sent to landfill incinerator means it's not like there is no waste. If you go for prevention, if you go for recycling, there is no need to go for landfill incinerator at all. There are smarter designs. Like we have a, like my next slide I will explain about what are the new things. Like about recycling, but some more concepts also there to reduce the waste. And also they have some lot of policies like user responsibility, that which person is using, they need to get back the waste. Like for example, the Lays, Pepsi and all, they are making the plastic bottles and all, they need to get back the, like consumer responsibility, they need to take back the waste themselves. These kind of things will comes under. And also the change in attitudes and lifestyle. For example, how many of you know about the biogas plant? If the biogas plant, everyone will support the biogas plant and all to generate biogas. But no one is ready to put the biogas plant nearby your house or your backyard, because they think like it will smell, will come, these things. So these are the some social stigma we are facing. And also we call them, is called like this kind of lot of syndromes are there. Not in my backyard syndrome, the broken window syndrome, not in my backyard syndrome. These are lot of syndromes are there. Like I want the good things but not nearby my backyard. So we need to change these kind of mindsets to to achieve the zero waste philosophy. And why we need innovation? We talk everywhere, talk about innovation. See, we are not able to reduce the waste generation, because we are humans, we are using a lot of things, the generation is very common. But we need some smarter solution to tackle the problem. Okay, because these are main thing. Because increase in population, you are not able to do anything with increase in population, because it will increase. Because the human nature is like that, it will increase the population, very common. And also the waste generation, if the population increasing, the waste generation will increase. It's a vice versa. Like it's directly proportional to each other. There are also many landfills are site reaching capacity. Yeah, it's true, but we are not able to do anything. We need to restrict the way to landfills, like using the recycle, like reuse kind of thing. And I already talked about the thing like we nowadays a very trending thing in internet also, in everywhere, and also the very big business models are going on, like called upcycling. And I'm not sure about you are aware of the upcycling and all. Mostly we always go for the recycling. Like recycling is very trending word, but upcycling is now is booming. And the process will be the difference between upcycling and recycling. In recycling, the waste material, we will generate the product from waste material, but the product value is less from the product value is less while comparing to waste materials. But in upcycling, the waste materials cost are less, but the end product will be end product will be more like more, what we call, more luxurious or more cost. For example, they will generate waste by using waste glass. They will generate one kind of big jar or ornamental jar. Means the cost of the waste is 2 rupees, means the ornamental cost price will be like 50 rupees, 60 rupees. It's like 10x of the waste. And also, for example, especially for Americans, they are used like 25 like 25 lakhs of bottles every hour, like plastic bottles. And also they also purchase millions, 29 millions of bottles every year. Per year they are purchasing 29 millions. Even it's a plastic bottles, or even it is a tin, even it is a metal bottles. These are lot of bottles are there. But how they are recycling? They are not recycling. They are just upcycling material. Upcycling methods are there. For example, I will give you some examples. Then you understand what is upcycling. Just see about these plastic water bottles. If you go for recycling, what you will do? You just melt that water bottle and you make some slippers, or you make some pots, you make something. But think about this thing. By using this plastic, they made flower pot, they made ornamental things, they made earrings, and they have go for irrigation purpose also they used. So just see the images, just see the quality of the end products. By using that waste material, just see the quality of the end product. That is the beauty of the upcycling. These are for plastic bottles. And for the like newspapers, newspapers, what you will do, if you are in India, if you are in Tamil Nadu, like what you will do, you just use the newspaper, you just go for the some roadside vendors, they will use for some snacks, they will use. Otherwise you will go for that some rack and other thing we just used to clean. But what the upcycling will do, you will be very more happy to see these images. Just see about images of the upcycled things. Just see, these are the some craft, and also this one is a basket made up of paper waste, and also they have that flower pots, and also they have the plant pot. It's all made up of paper, and also they have the flower like paper flowers. This all things are made from recycled paper, like newspapers kind of thing. So the quality of the end product will be the matter here in upcycling. In recycling, the quality will be not that much, and also the price of the product is less. But here the price of the product is more, and also you put the tag like upcycled product things. So it will be very motivated towards the consumers and customers. And the main one called I'm not sure about how many of you in at least in your packet you have lot of cards like ATM cards. First of all, if you for normal Indian, if you take one ATM card, even no one is have with one account. If you have a salary account, you have separate ATM card. For your household, you have separate ATM card. At least two ATM cards will be in your wallet or purse. And afterwards, if you go for some Reliance trend, they will give one card, sir, customer card, sir, like that. You also take that one also. After the customer card, what you will do, if you go for some food court, for example, if you go for the Chennai, they have food court. The food court, they have separate card. Okay, like nearly in your bag, at least 7 to 8 cards will be there. Okay, the food court card, how much time you will use? That's for 2 times, 3 times. Afterwards, there is no use. It will be set in your wallet for lifetime. And sometimes they will throw. What you will, if you throw means what will happen? It will not decompose. It will not do anything. It's a PVC cards. Nearly approximately 30 millions of unused gift cards. Gift card in the sense ATM cards, that food court card, Reliance consumer card, these things. And just think about how much, nearly 75 million pounds of polyvinyl chloride, 75 million pounds of PVC cards are everywhere in the American waste. Just think about this, the American standards. I'm not talking about Indian standard, but Indian standard, there is no proper data. We need to do on the, we are doing a lot of research on this thing. Just think about, okay, for example, if you are like students, and also a lot of researchers are there, what you will what how you have the things, you have some idea about what we will do to things. Mostly the researcher part, what we will do, we just use, okay, we'll melt these things, we'll make some plastic things, these things. But it's not a green technology, it's not a user friendly. What you will do, and maybe you'll be surprised about what are the items they made from these PVC cards. Just see the cards. These all made from PVC cards. First one called a charger holder. They just simply make two holes, and then they put, because they just hold them. They just used to roll the charger cable in that thing. And also think about the hearings, the ornamental hearings things. Just see. You don't believe these all are made from PVC cards. They just make the PVC cards round and just cut and make the ornamental things. And also these are the keychains also there of the PVC cards, and also ATM card. They made keychains also. So these are the upcycled gifts. So the image itself, it look like wow, it's nice. So maybe it's that. So that is the nature of the upcycled products and upcycled gifts. So now you get some idea about upcycling, and also why we always prefer upcycling when compared to recycling. So this is the reason mostly prefer upcycling because of the quality and the appearance of the end product. And I also got an opportunity in 3 years before. I got an opportunity to attend that Indo-German Center for Sustainability summer school in winter school IIT Madras. And there also we create lot of upcycled gifts. For just see the images, like these are like mostly the beverage bottles. The beverage bottles we made some colors and all, and we made some ribbons kind of thing, and made it's like a gift material. And it's look like a gift material, so we gifted. And also we use that jute thread to make something, and also we made some proper thing. And also you just see the coconut shell. We are not coconut shell, we are not just throwing in the fire, we are not throwing the fire to make up, like to make a same feed for energy. But see here, we're just using some black paints, we're just using the white paints, and make the even the coconut shell itself look like a like what we call premium product, kind of the premium product look like. So these are the upcycled gifts we made during that process. So now you got some idea about the how upcycling will work, why the upcycling have the upper hand while comparing to the recycling. So you get some idea about the upcycling products. Then we jump to about the what are the startups are working on waste to value. Like for example, now I'm talk about simple things. Now I talk about some technical points. Like for example, in field, in market, what's going on. For example, Eulogia, there is one startup company. Now they're getting like good revenue from startup company. They are just using the biodegradable thing. They are using just waste, kind of waste, what we call leafy straws. By using the forest where the garden waste, they have the straw. No, sorry, they have the some dry leaves, dry materials. So it's a garden waste. They use that garden waste to make that washing things, and also they made disposable organic slipper. You have some idea. I mean, you just go to Google and just search this industry. You will get a lot of ideas. These are the some one or two products like straws, like biodegradable leafy straws, and this is used for the, cleaning the vessels, and for the biodegradable slippers. Now also recently some idea how much of rubber slippers are in wasted, and everything is where it dumping. So these are the some alternative for this thing, but it takes some time. And also nowadays it's new to market, so it take the price of the product will be more. So these are the some disadvantages also we have in startups. And these are the some pads, like mostly we go for the pads to PVC or the plastic, but this one they are making pads from discarded banana plants. The banana plants, they have some fibers. By using the fiber, they extract the fiber, and they will made that pads for things. Because now there's a lot of issues are going on, like cancer inducing things are there, this thing, and you are not able to use the sanitary pads also is a safety one. So these kind of pads will be helpful for you. And also these are the made up of like fiber from banana plants. So these are the some of examples of the industry, what are the industries are working on the pads, like working on the agriculture waste and all. And this is one of my like this I like very much about this. Everywhere wherever I'm going, I always talk about that fool. The fool in Hindi we call fool means flower, in flower. Okay. And what's the motto of this industry? The industry, what they will do, you everyone know about. If you go to temples, and even if you are in Salem, or if you're in Tiruchendur, even if you go to temples, we always pray the god and offer the god with flowers. Everyone we go with the flowers. You just think about what will happen after you gave offer the flower to god. What will happen after everything is over? What they will do with the flower? Mostly the only to 10% will give back to the devotees. Remaining 90% it will be in the god. After some time it will be dry, so they will throw, right? Mostly they will throw. But this startup is working on Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. You know about the temple, how much temple they have, how much of devotees are going to Varanasi. We consider South, we call it Kasi. In every day, like in India, it's nearly they are generating 8.4 tons of floral waste. Floral waste in the sense flower waste. What they will do? And also the issue will be, we are sentimentally, we are very sentimental things. We have a lot of sentimental things. We have a lot of God related things. So even we don't mind, we are even in our mind also we are not ready to throw the flower on the roads, throw the flower on the that municipal solid waste, throw a flower on dustbin. It feel like it's a sin. We don't do. So what we'll do in Varanasi, what they will do, they just throw the flowers into the Ganga river. Okay, just throw the flowers in the Ganga river simply. But what they will do, because of this technology, the full industry, full startup, they started to collect the all waste flowers from the industry, and they make some useful product, and also the product will be given back to God. Like it's a property of God, so we need to give back to God. Like incense sticks, we call them we call kind of some incense stick, what we in Tamil we call that udubati kind of thing, and also that this kind of will make, so we need to give back to God, because it's a god property, so we need to give back to God. So the flower cycling technology will be trending in that place. And also they have a new circular economy model, and also it's like they will collect all flowers in the morning, on the evening from the temples, then they will keep in one place, then they segregate the some waste materials or there, like some thread, this they will separate the threads, they'll separate the plastic thing, they'll separate everything, they just separate only the flowers to the their things, and they just dry the flowers, and they make some essence from the flower they use for the incense sticks. Also not only they are using the not only they are using the flower waste, and also they reduce to mix the flower into the river. Because river, you talk about the flower, you just think about it's just the flower, what will happen. Even flower also is a material, it will go to then it will decompose, it will make some problem, it will affect the quality of the water. So we need to eradicate these things also. And I talk about some technical points about the full things ever. Till now they are recycled 11 tons of flower, they recycled, like flower recycling, flower cycling process. Afterwards, like nearly 73 women employees are full, because it's a social related startup, so they are mostly owned by women. And also even pesticides also they are offsetted, because in flowers nowadays there is no organic flower also, it's very costly. So flower, the layman using flowers are always having some pesticide. What will happen if you take the flowers, you just throw into the water, what will happen, all flowers pesticides will mix into the water, so it will affect the water quality. So they restricted 11 tons of pesticide will be mixed. And also they started, like for example social welfare, so 19 children started the school, and each pack saves like one packet of full it's not a one packet of that incense stick, it saves 1.2 kgs of flowers from being dumped into the Gangas. So if you have idea, I mean, you just google it, the full it's CEO, and also is very famous because of recently Alia Bhatt invested on this startup, so it is very trending on north side. So maybe it will be helpful for you to get the idea about how the process is initiated, how the process is going on. Because in that slide I just covered one or two things only. If you want to know about the full story, just see the things in the Google. And I have some small video also, like how the things are happening. There's a National Geographic video I will play afterwards. Okay, and also you need to know about what are the difference, and also why we go for the full incense sticks. And also incense stick we called agarbattis. What we call is agarbattis, like this. And mostly the incense sticks are machine made, and this mostly handcrafted. And these are artificial essence. It has organic ingredients, like we only use the flowers, this system. And they will make charcoal made. They say they don't use charcoal, they use some essential oils to make the fragrance, and also for burning. And also it's a non-toxic smoke will come, this is a harmful smoke. These are some things will difference between the ordinary incense sticks and the full luxury incense sticks. And also we have some video also regarding how the system is work.
visiting India to the ghats of river Ganga. He witnessed so many people taking a dip in the dirty water. He said, why don't you do something about it? That's when it hit me. I'm Ankit Agarwal, the founder of Fool.co. Fool.co is a startup where we have developed a set of technologies to recycle temple waste into meaningful products. We offer flowers in the temples. But what happens to these flowers once these flowers are dumped into the river Ganga? All the pesticides that were used to grow flowers mixes with the river water, causing irreversible damage. One day I noticed fungus growing on an unused flower pipe. I felt that we could make a natural glue out of it. Every single day, our vehicles go to these temples and pick up the temple waste, which is brought back to our facility. All the paper, butter, plastic, everything is weeded out. Then these flowers are broken down into petals and sunlight. After drying, these petals are brought to our leather production facility, where these petals are used as the feed material for a certain fungal species strains to grow on them, to finally convert into sheets of leather. We leave the fungus to grow over the next 2 weeks into full-size sheets. Then these sheets are air-dried in vacuum. After drying, these sheets are compressed. Then these sheets are processed using natural tannins and finally embossed to give them feel and texture. In the past couple of years, I've seen a sea change. The whole temple waste movement has gotten attention. Across the globe, we are seeing this whole eco-conscious fashion movement. I have hope of leaving the earth in a better way for the next generations.
I hope everyone saw the full video, so it'll be easier for you to understand what's going on in Kanpur and UP, Kanpur UP, about this flower waste and all. And afterwards, we talk about first of all we talk about what is waste and all. Then we talk about the recycling process. Then we talk about the upcycling process. Then afterwards, we talk about the upcycled gifts. Then we talk about the like what are the waste to value sectors are there, what are the startups are working on, what are the products they are manufacturing by from waste resources, and for the full view of the full startup. Afterwards, you talk about, okay sir, you are talking about these things, but who will give the money for this thing? For example, I have this idea, but I have no money. Who will support for me? So these are some central funding agencies are there to support for your research, like Department of Biotechnology, DPT we call. Under DPT, we have a lot of things like BIRAC Innovation Fellowship, like Big Grand and Niti Prayas. These things, lot of things are comes under Department of Biotechnology. If you want to know about these funding things and right, you just mail me or message me. You get contact from Professor Morgan about what Morgan about me. And you have the common thing everyone know about the DST, Department of Science and Technology. They also have a lot of schemes under to like the women scientist things are there. And also they have some project proposal there. Then the DPD, the Technology Development Board Fund, and Department of Science and Industrial Research, DSIR, and Council of Scientific Industrial Research, CSIR, and National Research Development Corporation, NDRC, and Technology Information Forecasting Assessment Council, TIFAT. The Ministry of the MSME is there. MSME also, I think recently I saw your college, your institute post also. You get some funds from MSME also. So these are the lot of key funding sources, but no one aware of these much of key funding sources are available for the startups. And also we have the Startup India fund also. There's a lot of things are there. Just you need to think about which is suitable, which funding agency is suitable for your product or your idea. And afterwards, And these are the things which because while making some product, we have some stage, like ideation stage, innovation stage, then proof of concept, then validation trial, then commercialization. These are the basic four stages of making the good product development. So first itself, you have that innovation phase. Like innovation phase means you have some idea, okay, but you have some only idea in mind. You don't have any written one, you don't have any proof, but you have some idea. You don't have any results also. Like I have some solution, I have some problem, I have some solution, that's it. This kind of thing will support by big grand, Prism, phase 1, SBIR. These are the funds will support you. Next one, you have the proof of concept. Like I have the I have the proper solution, I have the proper problem statement, I have the proper solution, I have the proper result, and I have the whole proof of concept. Okay, you have a whole the proof of concept. For this whole proof of concept, you have means if you go for BIPP, DTP, NMILTL, DRPM, Sirajan, Prism, phase 2. These are the funding, these are the funds is available for your proof of concept. Then you got proof of concept, you got all results, you also, like, I just need to validate. Like I need to just validate. I don't have the market survey. These things I need to go for the market survey. So these are things the validation trial pods are bending. For these things, if you go for CRS and FACE, these are the two funding agencies. It's not only the two funding agencies, the main two funding agencies for your product, for your idea. Then afterwards, commercialization. Like I study the market study and all. I know them. I already have the product with me, but I need to commercialize like in Amazon, Flipkart, these things. I need to get fund from start. I need to get certificate from Startup India, MSME, GEM portal certificate. These are things you go for the enabling funds, IPs, and market and incubation. These are the things you need to do to make the funding. So now you got some idea about these are the four basic steps for the new product development from scratch to idea. First of all, the innovation ideation, then proof of concept, then validation trials, then commercialization. These are the four main things. Afterwards, you get some idea about what are the funds will suit on which stage. So from my side, it's that's it from my side. If you actually, I finished it weirdly because I like to interact, and also I know these are the students, very students are like from BTech, this I think, so they are very interested on these things, and also they have some good questions from your side. Thank you.